Hey guys, Ryan here, and in this video I'm going to be covering what I believe are the best mods that you can install and use with Dragon Age Inquisition in 2024. Now the mods I'm going to cover in this video, I'm going to include bug fixes, quality of life, and a couple of engine tweaks. So without some further ado, let's crack on with the video. Okay, so the first thing we need to install is a mod manager, and my recommendation would be to look at the Frosty Mod Manager, as this is a mod manager that's designed to work with games that use the Frostbite game engine, which is what Dragon Age Inquisition uses. Now it's really easy to install that. First of all, you want to download the installer archive. Once that's downloaded, right click on the archive and extract it, and then within the extracted folder there should be the Frosty's Mod Manager. So as always, double click it to launch the application. You may get a prompt about Windows protecting your PC, so choose the option here to run anywhere. Now you will get a prompt to update to the latest version, so make sure to click yes on that. Once the application is updated, you want to click the option here where it says scan for games, and it should bring up Dragon Age Inquisition on the list. So to launch this, you want to double click on it. Now the first time you launch that, you'll see this processing window, which can take a while, so I would recommend you give it at least 10 minutes or so. So in either case, once the process is finished, the mod manager is ready to be used. So let's move on to the mod list. So the first mod we're going to cover in this video is technically not a mod, but it's more of a game tweak, and the tweak will allow you to watch cutscenes at 60 FPS rather than the standard 30 FPS. Now since I have this game on Steam, I've found that the easiest way to do this is to right click on the properties of the game, go to General, and then under the launch options put the following, which is Game Time, Max Sim FPS 60, and Game Time Force Sim Rate 60 plus. Once you've done that, close the window. Now alternatively, if you have the game through the EA app, then what you can instead is click on Manage, View Properties, and then once again under the Advanced Launch options, put the same command. Now in my case, I don't actually have the game on the EA app, so I'm just demonstrating with Plants vs Zombies. Okay, so the first real mod on this list is going to be Bugs Be Gone, and this is a mod that aims to fix some of the bugs that were not addressed by the official patches. And the mod itself aims to fix some bugged quest lines, combat damage values that are not being calculated correctly, ability descriptions not matching what they actually do, or in some cases causing a conflict with other abilities, or even just not actually doing anything at all. Now one change that the mod does make is to the amount of maximum mana or stamina that your character can have, and increases that from the value of 200 to 500, as the game itself does actually indicate that you can have more than 200. So to install this mod, it's pretty straightforward. You just want to go to the Files tab and then click the manual download. Once the mod's downloaded, extract the archive, and then open up Frosty Mod Manager. So to add this mod to the list, you click on, funny enough, where it says Add Mods, and then navigate to the file you just extracted. There's two folders in this case. We want to go for the option here where it says the Frosty's Mod Manager. And it's this file here. So I click Open. As you can see, it's now appeared on the list of installable mods. So to move that across, click Apply Mods, and as you can see, it's appeared at the bottom of the mod list. Finally, to launch the game with this mod applied, you want to click at the top here where it says Launch. Okay, so next mod on the list is No Fall Damage, which, as the name implies, removes any damage that you might take when falling from certain heights. Now, I tend to find that this mod is essential, mainly because the damage that's calculated from even falling just a couple of meters is enough to wipe out a full guard bar, which is frankly absurd. Plus, sometimes you'll find it's easier to jump down from a height, or even a couple of rocks, than it is to walk all the way around the map. Now, of course, if you do jump from a height that would normally bounce you back, then that would still apply, just without losing said health or any guard. As with the other mods, simply install this mod as normal using the Frosty Mod Manager. So the next mod on the list is the level 50 cap, and it basically just simply allows your character and your companions to level up to level 50 instead of the default limit of 27. Now, one of the changes that was made in the Trespassers DLC for this game was the inclusion of trials. And what trials really are just game modifiers, and they range for anything from giving enemies special abilities, matching the level of you so that you never outlevel a particular enemy, or even making health lasts heal 1 hit point, or even losing all focus when you rest at a camp. Now the problem is that when you use the former two modifiers, it's possible to hit max level about halfway through the game, and that doesn't even consider any of the DLC content. So in other words, this mod is essential if you're just trying to go for one of those types of playthroughs. Once again, just install the mod as normal using Frosty. The next mod on the list is the Shortlist Fully Stocked. Now, one of the more annoying RNG elements of this game is there's an Inquisition perk called the Shortlist. And what it does is it adds unique weapons and schematics to certain merchants in the game. And the way it works is that when you load an area, the merchant can stock one of many item lists. And this is completely random. So the problem is that you would end up spending ages just reloading your save just to get the item you want. So what this mod does is adds all the items to the merchant's inventory once you've acquired this perk, which is significantly less tedious. As with the other mods on this list, just install as you normally would do using Frosty. Speaking of tedium, another thing that's quite tedious about this game is when you're looting objects. What normally happens is you have to go through this looting animation, I think it's probably the best way to describe it, which is repeated every time you pick up an object, which if you've got tons of bits of gold and weapons and armors nearby, it's going to take a bit of time. So basically what this mod does is disables that looting animation. It means that when you're exploring and you're collecting loot, it's much more quicker. Although I do tend to go with the option of looting with the animations, especially if I pick up a armor, just so I can see what I'm picking up. And much like the rest of these mods on the list so far, just install as you normally would do using Frosty. So another mod we're looking at is the More Inquisition levels, and this is a mod that simply allows you to level up the Inquisition to 30 instead of default to 20, which kind of makes sense because by the end of the game you'll find that you'll have tons of influence that you can't really do anything with. So in other words, this mod will allow you to purchase all of the Inquisition perks. Similar to the other mods on this list, just install it as you normally would do using Frosty. So moving on the list, one of the best things I've found about this game is that the interaction between your companions and the banter that they actually have with each other is quite amusing at times. Therefore, the Party Banter Tweaks mod increases the frequency of this banter, and it even fixes some locations that have bugged dialogue. For example, in the Western Reproach, in the default game you'll find that there's no banter at all, but this mod restores that for you. Now the mod itself is very customizable in terms of how frequently the dialogue is going to be, so really just experiment with what works best for you and then install as normal using Frosty Mod Manager. So the final mod on this list is the Speed Launch mod, and that allows you to skip the BioWare logo and the save reminder screens that appear every time you launch the game. Now as a bonus it does also include a developers option where you can pretty much spawn to any level in the game, but I don't really make use of that. And for last time, install as you normally would do using Frosty. So in conclusion, despite the fact that Dragon Age Inquisition was released all the way back in 2014, the game itself does hold up quite well today, especially if you use some of the mods that I've covered in this video. As always, thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to leave a like, share the video, as well as subscribe to the channel to see more content like this in the near future. Thanks again, and I'll see you again next time. Bye then.